Hello everyone, this is Robert from Book of Mormon Editions, where we discuss printings, publications, and various editions of the Book of Mormon. So recently there was announcements regarding various property transactions between the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and the Community of Christ. The news was that the Kirtland Temple and various properties in Nauvoo, Illinois, were among the assets transferred to the Salt Lake Church. And so with this recent news, I thought it might be a good opportunity to review the volumes of the Book of Mormon, and especially to discuss that the Community of Christ actually has two formats of the Book of Mormon within their scripture portfolio. The first volume is one that we've reviewed before. It's the authorized version, and in fact was one of the first volumes reviewed within this YouTube series. I'll encourage you to review this video, and I'll post a link in the notes below. And thank you to those who have seen this previous videos and others. To review this quickly, you'll remember that this was a thin volume with a Community of Christ logo and distributed through Herald House Publishing. This has a copyright of 2002 and also an earlier copyright, a date of 1992. And this makes sense that the organization changed its name to the Community of Christ in the year 2000 from the Reorganized Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So this 2002 publication goes with the new name and an updated look. This volume is in the traditional RLDS formatting. For example, the text of 1 Nephi is split between 7 chapters, rather than the Salt Lake format of 22 chapters. A little history behind RLDS printing was that in 1966, the RLDS Church published an updated text called the Authorized Edition. The interesting part was that this volume had edits, such as removing many of the "and it came to pass" phrases and other preparatory words and phrases. This caused a conundrum with readers, as many liked the new updates and others didn't. So the church started calling this the Revised Authorized Edition with the edits, and renewed an authorized version with the original details still in that volume. So there were two formats, one with the traditional RLDS text and one with the updated edits. So the authorized version is copyrighted in 2002 under the Community of Christ logo, and the revised version is still under the RLDS headings with a 1994 copyright. I guess it was either printed in mass and still available, or the printers just haven't gotten around to changing the logo and renewing an updated copyright date. It's funny that some of the notes call the edits for the revised authorized version a change in grammar, punctuation, and the omission of frivolous and repetitive parts. I'll let you be the judge of that. However, going through the comparison will show that the revised version has a lot of updates, which also includes quotation marks which are added. But once again, a lot of the yeas, therefores, and others were removed, and updates to Old English such as "it mattereth not" and "thou hast" and other things have been taken out or updated. Which also means that this Revised Authorized Edition has different page layout and formats and verses per page, as the revised volume ends on page 349 rather than the full Authorized Edition that ends on page 364. It's estimated that about 4 to 5% was redacted from the Revised Edition. Which brings up an interesting point regarding reading scriptures. Will old-style King James Old English ever be outdated? Is it possible to update text and keep the meanings? Does reading the old-style vocabulary add to the essence of scripture study or hinder it? I guess that's the opinion of the reader, and I guess that's the purpose of having two format types within the Community of Christ. And I don't think I have enough credentials to be a critic of either. These two volumes have been side by side and continues to be offered at the Herald House Publishing website. So with the recent news regarding the sale of historical assets from the Community of Christ to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, it's interesting to see the Community of Christ in a light that reflects capacity to have two formats of the Book of Mormon for their readership. It will be interesting to see the Community of Christ as they continue forward. And as always, it's nice to review these two volumes. the Authorized and Revised Authorized version of the Book of Mormon. Thanks everyone for reviewing these today. If you have a special or unique edition of the Book of Mormon that you'd like reviewed here, please contact me at bomeditions@gmail.com. Best wishes, everyone.